Hello viewers, welcome to another video. In this video, we will going to study what are independent sources and independent sources. So let's first see what is independent source. Those voltage or current sources which do not depend on any other quantity in the circuit are called independent sources. So this is an independent voltage source and this is a constant voltage source. The positive sign shows that terminal A is at higher voltage or potential than terminal B, whereas this is an independent time varying voltage source. Similarly, if we talk about the current source is represented by an arrow in the circle, and this is an independent current source and this is a constant source, whereas this is an independent time varying current source. So now let's see what is dependent source. A dependent voltage or current source is the one which depends on the voltage or the current in the circuit. It means that these sources depend on the constant voltage or the constant current sources in the circuit. There are four different types of dependent source. The first one is VDVS, that stands for voltage dependent voltage source, and all the dependent sources are represented by this diamond shaped symbol. So this is the voltage dependent voltage source, and the real-time example of this dependent source is operational amplifier. Here you can see that the unit is V. It means that the A is constant because it is a voltage source, and this dependent source depends on the constant independent voltage source. The next type is CDVS, which stands for current dependent voltage source. Again, this is represented by a diamond shaped symbol. Since this is a voltage source, so this is represented by Ri, where I is the current. That shows that it depends on the current, and R is the resistance that multiply with the current and becomes a voltage. The real-time example of current-dependent voltage source is trans-resistor amplifier that converts the current into voltage. The third type is VDCS, which stands for voltage dependent current source. Now we have a dependent current source that depends on the voltage, and this current source is represented by GV, where V stands for voltage and G is 1 over resistance, that is also a conductance, and the unit is Siemens. The real-time example of voltage dependent current source is MOSFET or JFET. These are the types of transistors. The last type is current dependent current source. Again, this is represented by a diamond shaped symbol with an arrow inside, and BI is written along with this current source, which shows that it depends on the current, and B is a unitless constant. The real-time example of current-dependent current source is bipolar junction transistors or BJT transistors. Now we will see an example in which we will solve a circuit that consists of a current source and a current-dependent current source. First of all, we will apply a nodal analysis at node A. So here you can see the current coming towards the node is represented by positive sign, whereas the current going away from the node is represented by the negative sign. So 2 minus I1 plus 4I1 minus 2 is equal to 0. After computation, the equation becomes minus 3I1 plus I2 equal to 2. Now you can see here that this 3 ohm and 2 ohms comes in parallel with this voltage V. So the potential applies across this branch, and this branch is V. By simply applying Ohm's law on this branch, we can compute the value of I1, which is equal to V over 3, and I2, which is equal to V over 2. Now, putting back the values of I1 and I2 in this equation, we have the value of the voltage, which comes out to be minus 4. So this is minus 4. By putting the value of this voltage into this equation, the I1 comes out to be minus 4 over 3 ampere and I2 is equal to minus 2 ampere. So these are our circuit currents, and now we will find out the value of this current dependent current source, which is equal to 4i1. Putting the value of i1, which is minus 4 by 3, the value of this current source comes out to be minus 16 over 3 ampere. This minus indicates that the initial current sign will be in the opposite direction in actual circuit. So this is how you can compute the value of dependent sources. Now let's solve another example of current dependent voltage source. So this voltage source will depend on the current in the circuit. So first of all, apply KVL law. Remember, when current enters into the positive side of the branch and exit from the negative side, this voltage source will be represented by the negative sign. So here minus V1 plus 4i, because the current enters into the low potential and exit from the high potential. So this voltage source will be represented by positive sign. Then comes minus V2 and then plus 6, and all the sum of all the voltages in a loop is equal to 0. Now apply the Ohm's law across this resistor and this resistor. The value of the V1 across this resistor is equal to 2i, and the voltage across this resistor is equal to 4i. Putting the value of V1 and V2 into main equation, the value of the current comes out to be 3 ampere. So this will be the series current that will flow in the entire loop. Now putting the value of this current into this equation, the V1 comes out to be 6 volt, which is this value, and the V2 is equal to 12 volt. Now it's time to compute the value of this current dependent voltage source, because we have the value of this current I. So putting the value of this I, which is equal to 3, the value of this voltage source comes out to be 12 volt. So this is how you can solve the circuits and compute the value of dependent sources. I hope you understand what are dependent and independent sources. For more interesting videos, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.